What's good? What's up, everybody?
What's up?
We want to do this video and talk about our journey with, and we also want to talk about relationships and finance. But we want to give our experience, our personal experience,
As
and
a married couple.
as a married couple, how we came together. So whether you married or you're in a relationship or you single right now and you're thinking about getting married or getting in a very serious relationship in the future, this is gonna be a great video.
Yeah.
So make sure you subscribe, like, and leave your comments and let us know how you feel, and we can have an open dialogue about this. Okay, our journey. Okay, so we've been married how many years? Because I tend to, what we about
8 years.
eight years. So we're on the 8 years of marriage.
That was just a couple of weeks ago. We
Yeah.
had our anniversary.
Yeah. So we were on the 8th year, going into our 9th year. So
Yeah.
we're almost in a decade, and we have 3 children together.
Yes.
2 twin boys, a little girl. They sleep right now.
Thank goodness.
And we got together as we were going into our 30s.
I was 29.
I was just 30. So we learned a lot of things, and I felt like we wanted to discuss our experience and some things that can help other people, because I think it's very important that we reach out to other people and just because I don't think there's a lot of married couples or couples that's in long relationships that's giving a lot of advice to people that's not there yet.
Right.
So I think that we're using this channel for that type of good. So make sure you subscribe because we got plenty of stuff coming. Okay.
You want to start with your journey first?
Yeah, in my journey, and we just particularly talking about finances right
Finances.
now. I was horrible with money. Not the worst with money, but I would live check to check, spend my money, spend it and say, hey, I got a check coming. I'm gonna spend everything and just find ways to spend my money. I did this my late teens, most of my 20s. Even when we got together, we had so many ups and downs in our relationship.
Right.
And our marriage and stuff, where we was going when we first had our children. So I hit a brick wall one day, and once I hit this brick wall, I said, you know what? I'm getting older. I need to have I need to build something outside of just making money and spending it. I need to develop some type of foundation. And me personally, I wasn't taught, certain things about finance. We definitely didn't learn this in school. I didn't learn about saving, emergency funds, investing,
Credit.
real estate, credit. I didn't learn any of this stuff in school. So I had very limited knowledge to what everything was. So as I got, a few years ago, I think it was about 2 years ago right now, about almost 2 years or a little under 2 years. I'll just say 2 years. That's when I finally started to think along the lines of I need to become more responsible financially. And it was a rocky road. Go ahead.
It was.
It was a rocky road at first.
He put me on a budget. Ugh, like
Yeah.
that is like the worst word. Like the last word a wife wants to hear, or a woman, period, is a budget.
And it was very important.
And okay, let's rewind. Let's talk about my journey before we talk about the journey that we have together.
Okay.
My journey, I come from corporate world, and I worked there for several years before I got married and became a stay-at-home wife and mother. But while I was working, I paid my bills, and everything that I had left, I spent. I shopped. I did exactly what I wanted to do.
Right.
I ate out when I wanted to. I spent whatever it is that I had, and I had to wait until I got paid again to have more money.
Right.
So I was also living paycheck to paycheck.
Mm-hmm.
So fast forward us being married. Now we aren't living paycheck to paycheck, but we are not saving either.
Right.
We have a little money left over after we pay our bills.
And we found ways to spend that.
Yes.
You know what I'm
We
saying?
may have saved $1 or two. We may have saved $1 or two, but we did not save much.
Yeah.
Okay? Now our journey together.
It's different because once this was what happened when we decided, I said, okay, this is what we need to do. And see, this is the thing about relationships. A relationship is a business, right?
Right.
People don't look at it. People always try to get into cheating and all this other extra stuff.
Right.
This childish, teenage type of way that we approach relationships with social media and all that.
Right.
The number one thing that's gonna break you up, the number one thing that you're gonna have in your relationship or your marriage problem is finance. If y'all not on the same page financially, you're gonna have problems.
You need to be on the same page before you get married.
Yeah, before you get married, you need to make sure y'all.
If he is a spender and you are not, you guys are going to need to make some changes, or it's not going to work. If she is a spender and he is not, you're going to need to make some changes.
Definitely.
Or it's not going to work. If he has a lot of debt and you don't, you're going to need to pay that down. Because
you're gonna have a world of problems.
Yes.
And I think that people don't discuss that with each other. They try to get into where you work, do you got a degree, how good you look, and all this other stuff, instead of going really deep into the finances. And before you get married, you need to have a debt conversation. Credit, debt, those conversations need to be had. Because a lot of people are going into situations where they're trying to make big purchases or whatever, and they don't know
their partner's financial history.
Because we talk about infidelity and all this other stuff, but people don't really talk about financial infidelity also. How some people have gambling problems, some people are just big spinners and max out credit cards and not tell the other person.
Yeah.
So you can cheat financially. You could cheat on the person financially, because you can do things that can hurt people.
Right.
There's horror stories out here of people. I mean, and I've seen things where it was a spouse doing crazy things that messed up financially and the other person don't know. So it's very important that y'all discuss your finances, you budget, you sit down and budget together. Hey, this is our budget for it. Whether it's 2 weeks, it work with us every 2 weeks or a month or a week, however you do it.
Right.
Y'all make sure y'all get together and budget. And then y'all discuss what y'all want. And the main thing about it is this. You cannot live above your means. So you know your means. You two know when y'all in a relationship and y'all living together, y'all trying to accomplish something. Hey, this is where we need to be. You have to agree on that. If you don't agree on that, you're going to have problems with each other. Big problems in the future.
You might want to try living below your means. Like, here's your means. Mm-hmm. Here's above your means. Here's where you need to be.
Yeah.
Like, below. As low as you possibly can.
As low as you possibly can. Because once you got your finances straight together, and y'all can see, when we have situations with finance, we discuss it. This is where we at. We need to pour back, and we need to spend more. Before we spend any money, we discuss. Like, the way we discuss, okay, what car should I use? Or where should we pour this?
Even for gas. So the smallest thing is
smallest thing is gas. And so we straight, we're gonna get the kids some clothes, and when we're gonna do it, how we should do it. We discuss that with each other. It comes more naturally with us.
Right.
But we discuss that with each other so we can know. Like, it's not like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna go out here and do what I want to do.
And we make a budget for it.
Yeah, we make a budget for it. And there's nothing wrong. See, if he likes to go to the thrift store, Walmart and shop, and you like to go to Louis Vuitton and those big time places, you either have to find a common ground, or it's not going to work out like you think. You're gonna have a lot of problems. So make sure finances is at the top of your list.
Yeah.
Not they got a degree, how they look together. Those are. Make sure your
having a degree is not going to keep your relationship together, but being on the same page with financially, that will certainly help you stay together.
Yeah, because you want to know, hey, if you got something on your record financially that may hurt each other, you should discuss it and y'all figure ways around it. But get your debt. If you got any debt, work to get the debt down before you make any major purchases. Don't make any major purchases with a bunch of debt. And make sure that y'all are financially in your finances, that you're honest with each other and you're able to talk with each other and say, this is what we need to be, and y'all have an understanding of it. Because the more understanding y'all have with each other, the more you'll have a better life in your finances, especially as children come, you got children already, or whatever, you'll be able to, know where you need to be. So it's very important on your journey together, as you grow old together, that you're making sure that you're together financially. Yeah. And if you're not together financially, you may not end up together at all. all. So finances need to become your number one priority in your relationship. The first thing you discuss. Trust me, when you're going out to eat, you're going on vacation, it costs money.
Yes.
You know, everything that you do costs money. So you need to make sure that part, y'all have that understanding that that's where you're going. And then everything else will fall into place. You got to work on other things. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. But right now, we're just talking about
But right now, on finances, you got to make sure that that's under control, that you're going to have a roof over your head together, that you're going to be able to afford to live the lifestyle that you deserve to live. And it's not going to work out with one person doing this and the other person doing that. Y'all got to be together. And if you're not together, it's going to be a very, very hard situation. And that's something that we learned on our journey. We learned that when we made major purchases, we discussed it. We went back and forth, you know, where we wanted to be. You know, she's more of a spender. I'm more of a saver.
Yes.
You know,
But I am more of a spender, but I will.
You're not a big time spender.
I'm not a big spender.
Yeah.
I like to shop, and yes, I like new clothes and I like new shoes, but I will shop at the thrift store. I have a very, very nice thrift store that I go to, and the clothes are so dope. You would think like a celebrity who was there dropping off their clothes.
And
I
everybody's
absolutely
not there,
love them.
so
Nobody knows about it. So it's like it's low. So I'm the only one who that I know in my area that goes there, and it's out of the way. So I will travel for me to look nice and for $2.
Right.
Right?
There's nothing wrong with it. But if
Right.
you're not at that point in your relationship, whatever it is, you're gonna have to work together. This is a business, and you gotta keep that in mind, that the relationship.
But
is a
even
business,
with
a
the
partnership.
$2, you give me a budget for how much
you budget everything.
for how much I'm going to spend at the thrift store. I have a budget for me, the kids, and my husband. When I'm shopping, I shop for everyone. So I have a budget in.
So we wanted to do this video and discuss that. We're gonna go into different parts of our relationship and other parts of the relationship, but we wanted to make sure we wanted to have a financial discussion because we don't have enough of that in our community.
No.
So, any closing? Got anything?
Ladies, you do not have to. Budget does not mean, and I had to learn this. Budget does not mean that you can't have anything.
Mm-hmm.
Budget just means that you may have to cut back on the things that you like, but you still get to indulge and you still get to enjoy those things, but just not as much, so that you'll have what you need later.
Yeah, and the budget is also assigning your money a place to go.
Right.
Each of it. So if you got a certain type of shoe budget, or you get your hair done or whatever, you make a budget for it. And then you try to go under that budget. So if it's $100 and you find somebody that can do it for $75, you save money.
Right.
So you.
I cried about it. Like at first, I cried
it's not
about
nobody
it.
really taking anything. And some things you're gonna have to sacrifice.
Right.
Some things you like cable. You got all these channels. You might have to sacrifice cable. You might have to sacrifice getting your nails done every week. You might have to sacrifice, getting a razor lining in your hair or getting whatever.
You might have to do your own eyebrows.
Right. You might have to do certain things, but if you gotta, like Dave Ramsey say, live like no one else, so later on you can live like no one else. And I think that's simple, but it's a very hard thing for people to get in relationships. It's too many financial classes. People class way too much over money.
We need to be asking these kind of questions on dates.
Oh yeah. Oh,
definitely. I would not suggest being with somebody who you're not financially equal to, or not even just equal to, but somebody who clashes with your financial why is my mind drawing a blank?
Your financial goals. Or
Right.
Well,
Just where you are financially.
And that's it. But there's maybe another video later on. The power of compromise.
And sacrifice.
So you're gonna have to be able to compromise. You gotta be willing to compromise. If you go into a relationship and you are unwilling to compromise with your partner, no matter what, even if it's to help both of you in the future,
especially
you
if
need
it's
to
to
be
help
single.
both of you in the future.
You need to be single. You should be single so you can just make all this. You can do what you want in life.
Right.
If you won't compromise with your partner, the person you with, sorry, it's not gonna work out in the long run, because you have to compromise. You have to meet the person in the middle, especially when it benefits
Both of you.
or your family, your children, whoever. When it benefits you as a partnership, you have to compromise. I believe Walmart, Amazon, all these big companies, they had to make sacrifices. They all have budgets.
Yeah.
The people that pay you, they got a budget. You wouldn't get a paycheck.
Right.
And it's a lot of compromise that had to come. It's a lot of sacrifices that's made for those people to be successful. We love to see it at the end.
Right.
But we never want to see it as it grow, or even in the middle when the trouble is coming. So that's all we got to say about this one. So leave your thoughts in the comment. Remember, spread the word. Subscribe. We out of here.
Peace.